Hello guys, and this is a really urgent and really good update because here in Ukraine we work day and night to save the world from Russia. And as I record this video, it is really late here. The curfew is outside. Russian drones terrorize the cities, but a very important and simply huge arsenal depot, Russian arsenal depot, is exploding, detonating, and if there were, a competition between the explosions, I think these ones would definitely top the rank of the previous ones. But it's not just about the beauty of the explosions of the Russian military objects, it is also about the size, number, and importance of the destruction of such arsenals, especially during the day when we've received so many bad news from the White House, when air defense systems are halted for Ukraine, when sanctions are lifted from Russia secretly. We know what to do. To save our lives, to save our country, we keep demilitarizing evil Russian objects. So let me tell you more details. Once again, as I record this video, the detonations continue, and I think this will be one of the hugest Russian arsenals destroyed so far. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see the defeat and demilitarization of Russia, and we all brave people, smart people understand that's the only working peace plan, subscribe, we discuss all of that on the channel, and right now we exactly discuss these things on the channel. All over Ukrainian media, all over Telegram channels, all over X, you can see a lot of recordings that I cannot share here, but these are videos of huge explosions, explosion after explosion after explosion, and each next is way bigger than the previous. This is in Khartsyzsk, that is located on the territory of the temporarily occupied Donetsk region. And one important fact that so many so-called global leaders, military experts forget about. Russia is not fighting for the territories. Russia wants to reconstruct the monstrous projects of the USSR, and every piece of territory it gets, it destroys and later transforms into military bases, arsenals to continue moving further, attacking more people, creating more problems. If Ukraine falls, that will continue to other countries, and Putin and his propagandists openly speak about that on TV. I don't know why so many choose to pretend they don't hear, they don't see, they don't understand. And what makes me happy and proud is that in Ukraine we don't lie to ourselves. Maybe that's the effect of war, maybe that's something else, but we speak the truth. If we see problems, betrayal, weakness, we talk about that. If we find an opportunity to save more innocent lives, we do it. And right now, perhaps these are Ukrainian drones targeting that arsenal and liberating, pieces of Donetsk and Luhansk regions to return to Ukraine, because that is also very important. We need that buffering zone, gray zone, protecting us from. Once again, please see the difference between the targets we defenders of Ukraine choose and invaders. We always target and destroy legitimate objects full of their drones, of their missiles that otherwise would destroy people's homes while they are sleeping. We don't know what was the plan for this night, and by destroying such arsenal, we save hundreds and thousands of innocent lives. And that is why it is so wrong to not let Ukraine at least buy the supplies for the Patriot systems. These are defense weapons. Please influence your decision makers. This matters, this saves human lives, and if not, that is just a sin. Witnessing all the Russian war crimes, to close the eyes and not to let Ukraine defend its children? Oh my God, I'm sure you know it is very wrong, and please make others hear and see, share this video, subscribe if you're new, to demonstrate your solidarity with Ukraine. That is the easiest way, but extremely, extremely effective, and I'm always grateful for your likes, comments, and shares. Not because of my personal satisfaction, but because this makes videos more visible and more people can know the truth directly from Ukraine. Another interesting moment is that I watched a lot of these videos, and many people recording them were super happy and had a lot of positive comments. Never forget about hundreds and thousands of Ukrainians who are forced to live on the temporarily occupied territories but pray, dream, and do a lot for these territories to return back home to Ukraine. It's not that easy as it may seem to leave that regions or, I don't know, to fight alone against hundreds and thousands of Russian soldiers that begin to be stationed, I don't know, the very next day after the village is occupied. So it's super important to remember that, first of all, a lot of these people are waiting. A lot of these people are doing a lot. And also they suffer. They suffer greatly because, Russia steals children, Russia tortures people. And our task is not to, equate it all just to territories or, I don't know, some buildings or rare earth minerals. Yeah? But these are human lives. These are personal stories. This is what makes us people, when we protect each other and when we stand together against the evil. And the fact that Ukraine, first of all, keeps demonstrating how vulnerable Russia is. Just imagine if we had all the supplies that we need, if we did not have any crazy restrictions that we respectfully always follow. Russia would have been defeated long, long, long ago. That would be beautiful. And also, hundreds and thousands of innocent lives would be saved. And I believe a lot of other conflicts could have been prevented because Russia wouldn't have money to invest, ideas to invest in this chaos, violence around the world. And it's so obvious that we need to unite against this mission to save the world from Russia. And that is why I've decided to record this urgent video, because when we have so many bad news, when we have so many betrayals, when we have so many weird people changing the course of their country, and here I speak about the United States, that can never be friends with the Kremlin, we have to get some good news too. And just imagine the Ukrainian intelligence, the Ukrainian president, the Ukrainian people, the Ukrainian troops being a little bit, mildly speaking, disappointed with all the things happening, with betrayal after betrayal, and still developing strategies how to save us and also to protect a lot of other countries that are in danger, even if you are across a beautiful ocean. So, let's discuss more tomorrow, but I am sure that is perhaps one of the biggest arsenals targeted so far, which means Russia cannot protect its strategic objects, but most importantly, it means a lot of innocent lives saved, especially in the context that all those who promised to protect us because of the Budapest Memorandum, all those who understand that Russia is a war criminal country, don't have patriot systems for us. So the best way is to prevent any strikes by destroying their military arsenals. Thank you so much for your kind words and comments. Share these videos, join the channel, follow me on my other channel, Anna Danilchuk, where I post weekly videos about the civilian life in times of the big war, and for example my recent video about Putin's strategy, which will fail, because never underestimate Ukraine. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channel, and helping me film more. You see now 2 channels, and helping me write more. That's an honor and blessing to have you in my life. Subscribe to my X, Reds, Blue Sky, Instagram and Discord, and also check our merch shop for lots of good items that work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. And we do need these conversations. We need your prayers. We need your calls, your emails to those who can influence the White House, who can influence the leaders of the European countries, who keep expressing concerns and still trust in the escalation management of Donald Trump, neither will work. Only the Ukrainian plan, and that is to defeat and demilitarize Russia. I know you know that. Thank you for being friends of mine and friends of Ukraine. United we stand. Slava Ukraini!